Tiger vs. Crocodile, the ultimate predator. Showdown. In the darkest corners of the earth, where tangled vines hang like curtains and rivers twist like serpents, two ancient rivals dwell, forever locked in a silent competition. One prowls with stealth and grace, wearing stripes like a warrior's war paint. The other lurks just beneath the water's surface, armored in stone and forged by millions of years of survival. This isn't just a hypothetical. This is the clash of kings, tiger versus crocodile. Who wins when claws collide with crushing jaws? Welcome to Bright Mind Station, where science meets story and imagination meets instinct. Buckle up. This is going to be a wild ride. The stealthy striker, apex of the jungle. The Bengal tiger, Panthera tigris, is more than a predator. It's an icon, a symbol of wild power, and a master of its craft. A male tiger can grow up to 12 feet long and weigh over 660 pounds. Its muscles ripple with strength, and its senses are finely tuned for the hunt. With night vision 6 times better than a human's and whiskers that detect subtle changes in air movement, a tiger is a stealthy sniper in fur. Tigers are solitary hunters. They don't need backup. They rely on ambush tactics and brutal efficiency. A single tiger can bring down prey 4 times its size, including wild buffalo. Their paws are padded to make no sound. Their stripes break up their outline in the brush. And when they leap, it's with surgical precision. They don't just survive in the wild, they dominate it. The ancient ambusher, titan of the river. Enter the saltwater crocodile, Crocodilus porosus. This is not just a reptile. It's a relic of an ancient world. It has survived extinction events, natural disasters, and countless millennia. Crocodiles can grow longer than a car and weigh more than a grand piano. Their skin is armor-plated with bony scales, and their jaws are powered by the strongest bite force ever measured in the animal kingdom, 5,000 pounds per square inch. But they're not just brutes. Crocodiles are patient, strategic killers. They float silently, eyes and nostrils just above the water. They wait for the perfect moment, then strike. Their favorite maneuver? The death roll. Once they've clamped onto prey, they twist violently, ripping flesh and dislocating limbs in seconds. When the croc attacks, there are no second chances. Stat Showdown. Comparing predators. On raw numbers, the crocodile looks like the winner. It's heavier, better armored, and stronger in a straight-line brawl. Tigers are agile and quick, but crocs are walking tanks. However, tigers have speed, intelligence, and adaptability on their side. They can think through problems, alter tactics, and navigate complex terrain with ease. A fight isn't always about muscle. Sometimes it's about the moment, and who can seize it first. Jungle terrain, tiger's playground, with intrigue. In the dense, tangled depths of the jungle, the tiger becomes invisible. Shadows blend with stripes. Sounds are swallowed by thick foliage. This is a world where silence is the deadliest weapon. The crocodile, dragged out of the water, is suddenly vulnerable. Its legs are stubby and inefficient on uneven land. It struggles to maneuver around trees, rocks, and vines. Its thick armor, once a shield, now becomes a weight that slows every movement. The tiger, however, thrives. It uses trees for cover. It crouches in tall grass. It calculates and stalks. In this environment, the tiger holds every advantage. It can strike, vanish, and strike again. On land, the king has claws. Water arena, crocodile's kingdom. Now let's reverse the battlefield. In the muddy riverbanks, the crocodile is a phantom. Here, it has the upper hand. It knows the currents. It knows how to hide with just eyes and nostrils exposed. Its attacks come without warning and are nearly always successful. Tigers are strong swimmers, but no match for the croc in water. In this arena, a single mistake, One misstep at the river's edge can mean instant death. The river is ruled by teeth and shadows. The crocodile is king. Brains versus brawn. Tactical smarts with insight. Tigers are thinkers. They adapt. They've been observed using decoys, changing hunting schedules, and even mimicking prey calls. They plan attacks and learn from their failures. Crocodiles rely on instinct, but their instincts are incredibly refined. A crocodile's brain may be small, but its killing strategy is deeply encoded. If the tiger can anticipate the croc's ambush, it can flip the script. But if the croc times its strike perfectly, strategy won't matter. Intelligence versus experience. Adaptability versus ancestral precision. 1. Jungle clash. It's midday. Heat presses down. The croc is basking near a riverbank, soaking in the sun. Thick trees cast scattered shadows. From the dense underbrush, a low growl. The tiger watches, unmoving. Every breath is calculated. It's downwind. Its stripes melt into the shadows. 1 step, 2 steps, then explode. A claw slices through the air, grazing the croc's eye. The crocodile rears, hissing, jaws snapping. But the tiger is already gone. Circling, it attacks again, from the side this time, slashing the croc's leg. The croc lunges blindly, heavy and slow. The tiger stays agile, weaving through vines and roots, chipping away at the titan's defenses. Eventually, exhaustion sets in. The crocodile's movements slow. One final leap, claws into the throat, fangs into the neck, and the beast collapses. Jungle clash. Tiger claims the throne. Scenario 2. River ambush. Night descends. Mist creeps over the riverbank. The water is still, too still. A thirsty tiger steps forward, muscles tense but unaware. A single ripple. Too late. The croc erupts from the depths, like a missile. Its jaws clamp around the tiger's forelimb. The tiger roars and thrashes, but the croc's grip is unrelenting. It pulls, spins, twists. The death roll begins. Water turns red. Bubbles rise. Silence returns to the surface. In the water, even the jungle's fiercest predator becomes prey. Scenario 3. The Tiger Trio. Now imagine the impossible. 3 tigers working as one. Siblings, trained by survival, bonded by blood. A croc suns itself near a forested inlet. It senses movement, but can't see from which direction. One tiger distracts with a growl. The croc turns. Another pounces from behind, landing on its back, clawing at the armored hide. The third tiger, smaller and faster, darts beneath the croc, targeting the vulnerable underbelly. The croc thrashes violently, tail sweeping with force. One tiger is knocked back, but the others remain. Claws find soft flesh. Teeth sink into exposed skin. Overwhelmed and outmaneuvered, the croc collapses. Teamwork defeats the titan. In numbers, the tiger wins. Final verdict: King of the Wild? So, who wins this epic clash? In water, the crocodile reigns supreme. Its domain is murky, deceptive, and deadly. On land, the tiger claims control, fast, smart, and deadly in tight terrain. In intelligence, the tiger shows strategy, adaptation, and problem-solving. In brute strength, the crocodile crushes with prehistoric force. But this isn't a simple fight. It's a story of balance, of territories, of evolution. Nature doesn't crown one winner. It builds ecosystems where each king holds court. The tiger is the ghost of the jungle. The crocodile is the guardian of rivers. And perhaps true greatness lies not in defeating each other, but in ruling different worlds. Your turn, bright minds. Who's your champion? The stealthy shadow of the jungle, or the ancient titan of the river?
Shark versus crocodile. Who's the ultimate predator? Have you ever wondered who would win in a fight between a shark and a crocodile? Which of these ancient beasts truly rules the world of predators? Welcome to Bright Minds Station, where we break down the science behind the fiercest battles in nature. Today, we're diving into a prehistoric face-off between two of the planet's most powerful hunters, the shark and the crocodile. One is a streamlined terror of the open ocean. The other is a reptilian tank that waits in silence before striking with bone-crushing force. Both are perfectly evolved, both are deadly, but only one can be called the ultimate predator. So buckle up, smash that like button like a croc snapping its jaws, subscribe for weekly wild battles, and let's get ready for the most epic matchup yet. Shark versus crocodile, ancient origins. Both sharks and crocodiles have roots that go back hundreds of millions of years. Sharks are some of the oldest surviving creatures on Earth. Their ancestors first appeared over 450 million years ago, long before dinosaurs ever roamed the land. In fact, sharks existed before trees even evolved, and they've survived 5 mass extinction events, adapting each time and returning even stronger. Crocodiles, while not quite as ancient, are also evolutionary survivors. Their ancestors showed up around 240 million years ago, living alongside dinosaurs like the T-Rex. When the asteroid wiped out most life, crocodiles somehow endured and continued to dominate rivers, lakes, and swamps around the globe. These two aren't just predators, they're living fossils, designed by nature to outlast time. In a battle between ancient resilience, it's clear, both are champions of survival. Bite power. When it comes to raw biting force, these animals are in a league of their own. Sharks, especially the great white, have multiple rows of razor-sharp teeth that constantly regenerate. Over a lifetime, a shark can lose and replace up to 30,000 teeth. That's like having a full set of weapons that never get dull. A great white can bite with up to 4,000 PSY, strong enough to crush a bowling ball. Their teeth are designed to slice through flesh like butter, making them expert cutters. But crocodiles bring a whole different kind of bite. The saltwater crocodile, the largest of all croc species, has the strongest bite ever recorded in the animal kingdom, around 3,700 pounds per square inch. While their teeth aren't as sharp as a shark's, they're made for gripping and crushing bone. Once they clamp down, it's almost impossible to escape. So who wins here? It's a close one. The shark has speed and slicing precision, but the croc's crushing jaws are pure power, brain power, and strategy. A predator's mind can be just as dangerous as its muscles. Sharks have incredibly developed senses and surprising intelligence. They can detect 1 drop of blood in 1,000,000 drops of water, and their electroreception allows them to pick up tiny electrical signals from prey hiding under sand. Many species of shark also show learning behaviors and strategic hunting in groups, but crocodiles take brain power to another level. These reptiles are master ambushers, learning the habits of their prey and even using tools. That's right. Crocs have been observed balancing sticks on their snouts to lure in birds looking for nesting material. Once close, the croc strikes with perfect timing. Crocodiles have also been seen coordinating attacks and adapting to different environments. While both animals are smarter than they look, the croc's use of tools and patience-based ambush tactics gives it a brilliant edge in strategic hunting. Speed and movement. Speed can be the difference between life and death in the wild. In the water, sharks are the kings of motion. The great white shark can reach speeds of up to 25 miles per hour in short bursts, using its torpedo-shaped body to glide through the ocean with minimal drag. Its entire body is built for sleek, efficient motion, from its powerful tail fin to its scale-covered skin that reduces friction. Crocodiles, while not as fast in the water, can sprint on land up to 20 miles per hour for short distances. In water, their speed drops to about 6 to 7 miles per hour, which is still fast for their size. However, they specialize in short-range surprise attacks, launching their entire body toward prey in milliseconds. So, who has the edge? In open water, the shark dominates. But on the riverbank or in shallow, murky water, the crocodile's ambush sprint makes it deadly. Defense and armor. Who's built to survive? A predator's ability to take a hit is just as important as its attack. Sharks are covered in dermal denticles, which are tiny tooth-like scales that make their skin rough to the touch. These not only help them move faster, but also give them light protection from scrapes and parasites. But when it comes to real armor, crocodiles are the undisputed champs. Their bodies are lined with osteoderms, thick, bony plates under the skin that act like natural armor. It's the closest thing in nature to wearing medieval chainmail. These armored scales protect them from rival attacks, other crocs, and even human weapons in some cases. In a head-to-head clash, the croc's armor could absorb bites that would fatally wound a shark. Defense goes to the crocodile. It's a walking tank. Senses and hunting style. Every apex predator needs elite senses. Sharks are equipped with some of the most advanced hunting tools in nature. Their ability to detect electrical signals, track blood from miles away, and sense movement through water is unmatched. They also have excellent hearing for low-frequency sounds and can detect changes in water pressure to pinpoint prey. But crocodiles have their own set of superpowers. Their snouts are covered in pressure sensors, allowing them to feel even the smallest ripple in the water. They also have night vision, perfect for sneaky after-dark ambushes. Crocs don't chase. They lie in wait, letting their prey come to them. It's stealth versus scan, patience versus precision. In a fast-moving hunt, the shark may win. But in a surprise ambush, the croc gets the upper hand. Special attacks. Neither sharks nor crocodiles use venom, but crocodiles have a weapon just as frightening. The death roll. Once a croc grabs hold of its prey, it spins its entire body at high speed, ripping and tearing flesh, breaking bones, and causing total disorientation. There's almost no escape from a croc's grip once the death roll begins. Sharks, by comparison, rely on repeated slashing attacks. They bite, retreat, and circle again, targeting weak spots and bleeding prey out slowly. Their teeth may not hold, but they cause maximum damage with every strike. The death roll gives the crocodile a brutal finishing move, while the shark's attack is more tactical and surgical. It's power versus precision, and both are equally terrifying in their own way. Territory clash. So where could a shark and crocodile actually cross paths? Sharks are ocean predators and prefer saltwater habitats, while crocodiles mostly dominate freshwater rivers, swamps, and estuaries. But there's a fascinating overlap. The saltwater crocodile can travel into the ocean and live in brackish, mixed water. And estuaries, where rivers meet the sea, become the perfect battleground. In these muddy, murky waters, visibility is low, and both predators could use stealth to launch attacks. A shark might swim by unaware, only to be grabbed by a croc lying just beneath the surface. Or a croc might not see the shark coming and get struck first. It's the perfect setting for a showdown, where terrain could decide the winner more than strength. The final verdict. At the end of the day, both animals are masters of their own worlds. The shark is a speed-based slicing machine with unmatched senses in the ocean. The crocodile is an armored strategist, using strength and ambush to dominate freshwater territories. This battle isn't just about which animal is stronger. It's about how evolution shapes creatures to perfectly fit their environment. One is swift, the other silent. One slices, the other crushes. And both are living legends of survival. So here's your final challenge. Would you rather swim with sharks for 1 minute, or be in the water with a crocodile for just 10 seconds? Think carefully, and tell us your answer in the comments. If you love this battle, we got even bigger showdowns coming soon. But before that, hit that like button. If you learned something new, subscribe to Bright Mind Station, the home of wild science, epic battles, and brain-powered fun. Ring that bell to join us for the next wild debate. Until next time, stay smart, stay curious, and always stay bright!
What happens when the two most powerful land beasts on Earth go head-to-head? Can the raw strength of a rhino stand up to the sheer size and intelligence of an elephant? Today, we dive headfirst into the ultimate heavyweight battle of the animal kingdom. In one corner stands the mighty elephant, nature's living bulldozer and the undisputed largest land animal on Earth. And in the other corner, the rhinoceros, a prehistoric powerhouse with a horn forged for war. They are enormous, powerful, and territorial. But what happens when these titans of the wild collide? Get ready for a battle fueled by raw muscle, hardened armor, and a whole lot of stomping. It's time to find out who truly dominates the land in this epic face-off: elephant versus rhino. Smash that like button if you've ever seen one of these giants in real life, and subscribe to Bright Mind Station for more wild animal battles, mind-blowing nature facts, and thrilling science adventures. Ring the bell, because this is a showdown you don't want to miss. Let's begin. Titan, statistics. Let's meet our two massive contenders before the dust starts flying. First up, the African elephant. Towering over the savannah, adult male elephants can reach an incredible 13 feet tall at the shoulder and tip the scales at over 13,000 pounds. Their sheer bulk is just the beginning. They can push over fully grown trees, lift 700-pound objects with their trunks, and even sneak through the forest with almost silent footsteps. Add in their sharp memory, complex communication, and emotional depth, and you've got one of the most intelligent animals in the wild. Now enter the white rhinoceros. Not quite as tall, but still a beast in its own right, male white rhinos weigh up to 5,000 pounds and stand around 6 feet at the shoulder. Their skin is thick, armor-like, and nearly 2 inches in some areas, perfect for absorbing attacks. But their main weapon? That fearsome horn, up to 5 feet long and made of solid keratin, the same substance that makes up our nails, but packed into a deadly point. They're both herbivores, but don't be fooled. When threatened, both can become territorial juggernauts. It's brains versus brawn, and both have plenty of each. Battle strength. When it comes to strength, elephants reign supreme in raw power. Their trunks alone are strong enough to lift massive logs, uproot trees, and shove aside obstacles like they're made of paper. Each leg functions like a hydraulic pillar, allowing them to carry their own colossal mass with surprising balance. Rhinos, however, specialize in compact strength. Their muscular build is designed for explosive movement, and they use that powerful frame to charge at enemies with terrifying force. Reaching speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, a charging rhino delivers an impact force equivalent to getting slammed by a 1-ton vehicle. So who takes this round? The elephant has unmatched brute strength and stamina, while the rhino hits harder in short bursts with precise aggression. It's a neck-and-neck matchup of power styles: slow, unstoppable force versus fast, punishing impact. Natural weapons. In this showdown of natural weaponry, both animals bring serious tools to the fight. Elephants wield their long, curved tusks like swords, using them to jab, hook, and push opponents during battles. Their trunks are not only strong, but incredibly agile, capable of whipping, grabbing, and striking with shocking force. A full-on charge from a bull elephant includes a lot more than weight. It's a combo of tusks, trunk, and raw aggression. Rhinos, on the other hand, operate more like siege weapons. That massive horn, sharpened over years, is a natural spear. With a sudden burst of speed, the rhino can ram its horn into threats with precision and ferocity. Combined with their thick, layered skin that can take hits and keep going, rhinos are like armored tanks with a deadly blade. So in a head-to-head weapons match, elephants bring variety and endurance. Rhinos bring direct damage and explosive power. Both are dangerous in completely different ways: brain power and behavior. When intelligence enters the battlefield, elephants have a massive advantage. With the largest brain of any land animal, they demonstrate an incredible range of cognitive abilities. Elephants can recognize themselves in mirrors, remember complex migration routes, show empathy toward others, and even mourn their dead. They use strategy, teamwork, and emotional cues to navigate both survival and social life. Rhinos aren't known for their smarts, but that doesn't make them foolish. Their instincts are sharp, designed for quick decisions in high-stress situations. A startled rhino will charge first and figure it out later, and that kind of rapid reaction can catch predators and rivals off guard. So the question is, in a duel, does it pay to think before acting, or to react with brute instinct? Elephants are planners. Rhinos are reactors. The outcome might just depend on who makes the first move. Speed showdown. Speed might not be the first thing you think of with these giants, but don't underestimate them. Rhinos are surprisingly fast for their size, reaching up to 35 miles per hour in a full sprint. Their legs, though short, are built for sudden power bursts, allowing them to charge with terrifying momentum. Elephants are slower, topping out around 25 miles per hour, but they're incredibly agile for their size. Their gait is smooth and balanced, allowing them to move through forests and savannas with surprising control. In tight areas, their maneuverability could become a major advantage. So while rhinos win in terms of raw sprinting speed, elephants might take the edge in battlefield agility and balance. In an open field, the rhino might get the first hit. But if the elephant holds steady, it might turn the tide with one powerful counter. What happens in the wild? Elephants and rhinos usually avoid direct confrontation in the wild, mostly because they occupy slightly different habitats and ranges. But when their territories overlap, such as in African savannas or protected parks, things can get tense. Male elephants, or bulls, often assert dominance just by sheer presence. Most animals avoid them, and they don't need to prove much. Rhinos, however, are notoriously territorial. If they sense an intruder, especially another large male, they will charge without hesitation. There have been rare recorded instances where these two giants have faced off in nature. Sometimes the elephant wins by pushing the rhino away with size and intimidation. Other times, the rhino's sudden charge can injure or even flip an elephant calf. These events are rare, but when they happen, the wilderness holds its breath. The ultimate clash. Now let's simulate the most epic animal duel of all time. Picture this: an open savanna under a blazing sun. A massive bull elephant spots a lone white rhino drinking at the waterhole. Tensions rise. The rhino huffs, lowers its head, and charges at full speed. The impact is explosive. The horn slams into the elephant's side, but the elephant doesn't go down. Instead, it turns, trumpets loudly, and jabs its tusks into the rhino's flank. A powerful swing of the trunk knocks the rhino off balance. The rhino circles, looking for another angle. The elephant stomps forward, towering over its opponent. In most scenarios, the elephant's size, endurance, and range of attack would eventually wear down the rhino. But if the rhino strikes first with a clean hit, especially in close quarters, it could do serious damage. Final verdict? The elephant wins in about 7 out of 10 battles, thanks to its stamina and strategic use of size. But those 3 out of 10? They belong to the rhino, fast, fierce, and utterly fearless. The real battle. As exciting as these imaginary battles are, the real challenge elephants and rhinos face isn't each other. It's human impact. Poaching, habitat destruction, and human-wildlife conflict have put both species at risk. Elephants are hunted for their ivory. Rhinos are targeted for their horns. Today, both animals are protected under international conservation efforts, but the work is far from over. These creatures aren't just icons of power, they're ecosystem engineers. Elephants dig watering holes that benefit countless species. Rhinos help shape grasslands and prevent overgrowth. Learning about them is fun. Protecting them is essential. At Bright Mind Station, we believe knowledge leads to respect, and respect leads to action. These giants need our voices. What an epic showdown! 2 of Earth's most powerful land animals, each with their own strengths, strategies, and incredible survival stories, just went head-to-head in a battle for the ages. If you loved this heavyweight clash, make sure to smash that like button just like an elephant stomping the ground. Don't forget to subscribe to Bright Mind Station for more weekly animal battles and wild discoveries that keep your curiosity roaring. Ring that bell so you never miss our next exciting showdown, and share this video with someone who's passionate about science, nature, and epic animal encounters. Until next time, stay curious, stay wild, and keep your minds bright.